excited about the festive season, going to parties with our family members. One of the things that when we think that we're having a good time, criminals are actually just as busy trying to figure out how to break into your house. And that's why it's important to have this conversation on really what precautionary measures should you be thinking about when going on holiday. We speak to the director of a security company called Vision Tactical, Yaseen Theba. Yaseen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Isn't it sad that we have to worry about criminals when we should be merry? But I think that's why you're here, so that you can really help us through how we can make sure that when we're traveling or we're busy, what are some of the things that we could think about in terms of keeping our houses safe. I want to start with not actually speaking about the fact that you're traveling on social media, which is the first thing that I would do if I'm going away. I'd definitely want to take pictures of myself at the airport checking in, take pictures of myself where I am when I do check in, and even when I do return, I have to make a post of the fact that I'm coming back now. How important is not posting when you're traveling?
You made a very valid point that sometimes we're so busy enjoying ourselves that we're not conscious of how we being monitored.
Yeah.
Social media is accessible to everyone. And make no mistake that as we up our game with alarm systems and technology, there are criminals, there are suspects, there are thugs that target houses, and they need to monitor where we are, when we're going to be back, who's staying in our homes. They're monitoring our movement as well. The reality is we are being monitored by these criminals, and like you said, we're so excited to be going out that we oblivious to the fact that we're also being monitored.
And I think also, because even if you might not be posting, but there might know people that are around you, right? To also sort of tell your friends that to not post on social media when you guys are out, so that you can keep yourself safe. I want to speak about not stating your home address on the outside of your luggage.
Yeah, recently there's been a spate of incidences from the airport. We can't definitely say that suspects are getting details from the luggage tags. But one way to definitely avoid incidences happening at your home is to have an alternate address, a business address, an address that doesn't state the exact address of your house. Just so that you avoid being a target. Every precaution that we take makes it more difficult for anyone to target you or to follow you home from the airport. This time of the year, we see a definite increase in incidences follows from the airport. The police are aware of it. There has been measures that have put in place. You'll see more regular roadblocks as you're pulling out of the airport this time of the year. But the reality is there is a definite increase during the holiday season.
And another one that I'm a little bit skeptical about is that when I'm preparing to leave, I actually would rather not tell anybody that I'm leaving. But you suggested maybe you should tell a neighbor that you really trust, that you're going to be away, so that they keep track of the ins and outs of your place and what's happening.
So it's important that someone watches over the house. I mean, and who better than a neighbor, because he's in the area, he knows the people in the area. If there's new faces in the area, he'll be more alerted to new suspicious activity around your house. It's important not to let people or everyone know on social media and that you're leaving your house. But there's a lot of other signs that we also give away. For example, leaving tools outside the house, leaving washing outside the house, parcels that get delivered to the house, mail that's not collected. Those are the kind of things that give suspects the indication that this house, there's no one living there, there's no one monitoring. And technology again helps us. We can have lighting that goes off with sensors or with daylight switches. Those kind of measures put into place deters anyone monitoring and seeing whether there's someone living in the house. It just helps secure your home.
And I guess if you've got a neighbor and they sort of collect these things for you, your mails for you, then nobody really sort of notices. And even maybe you forgot your laundry, you could just tell your neighbor, I actually forgot my laundry, can you take my laundry for me? So that it sort of still looks like there's somebody who's there whenever they're driving through or passing through, and it doesn't give away a lot. One that I actually didn't think about is leaving your blinds and your curtains open.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that says a house is there's no one been in the house. Then closed windows or closed blinds, especially in complexes. Sometimes we in complexes, there's other staff that are in the complexes. There's other visitors. There's other people working around in other buildings, construction sites around your complexes. Those people can actually look into houses and they can see that there's no one living there. No one's going to keep their windows and blinds and curtains closed the entire day. So those are the obvious signs that no one's on the premises.
Can we touch on the importance of adequate house and traveling insurance?
I mean, insurance is important. It's important to make sure that your insurance is in place before you leave. Very often, when we only find out what sort of cover a person has once they had an incident. It's important to continuously engage with your broker or your insurance house to see what sort of cover you've got in the house. And we actually suggest to our clients that before you leave, make sure that all those things are in place. It doesn't help finding out that you're not covered for certain things when you come back from an holiday, or find out the hard way once an incident has occurred. So we actually suggest to all our clients that once a year, at least when you go on a holiday and your house is going to be vacant, when it's at most risk, make sure that you review your policy, make sure that you're covered for the things you want to be covered for, and you're covered for the value that's in your house at that time.
Absolutely. And what are some of the stuff that people can sort of take into consideration? For example, maybe switching off their geysers and all those other stuff, just to make sure that their house is still safe and they're not spending that much money towards the end of the month over small things that they just forgot.
Apart from the saving, every electrical appliance that's plugged in has a risk towards a fire happening at the house. Switching it off just lessens the risk. So we suggest to all our clients to switch off electrical appliances, switch off the geysers. We're not saying that there definitely won't be a fire, but switching off appliances lessens the risk for fire, for damage. If the geyser blows, there's water damage. And we see those kind of incidences because people are not using the appliances regularly. Things are switched on. So we highly suggest that you switch off most of your appliances. But again, it doesn't mean that once you switch off your appliances, you don't have to get someone to check up on the house every day.
Absolutely. And just before I let you go, how do people get a hold of you should they need your services at Vision Tactical?
Our contact details on our website, visiontactical.co.za. We continuously doing home assessments, client or no client, in the areas that we operate. I think the first step towards preventing crime in areas for us to be conscious of crime. This time of the year, people are so busy, I'll say it again, people are so busy in a holiday mood, shopping, Christmas shopping, that we become complacent of our environment. And whereas this time of the year, we should be more conscious, and to contribute to that, we've got guys that will go out to houses, do assessments, advise people on what they can do. But security is in layers. You need to look at your security in layers. If you've got an alarm system, the next layer would be an electric fence. If you've got an electric fence, have you got guarding? Have you got street patrolling? Are you involved in your CPF? So it depends what sort of protection you want, and the more layers you have, the more difficult it is for people to get to you. And
just for people that are actually interested, what kind of services do you actually offer that are tailored to people? Just before I let you go, to paint that picture.
Vision Tactical is a private security company. We specialize in guarding and armed response. That's been our focus. But in today's time, the best way to keep our clients safe is to keep the area safe. So we do a lot of proactive, preventative campaigns in partnerships with the police, with JMPD, with other security companies, ultimately keeping the area safe, which will keep our clients safe.
I'm guessing you're not going on a holiday because you need to make sure we're safe, right?
This time of the year is a season for us where we work. So we take our holidays before the period and after the period. But the client demands on us. We've got clients that ask us to patrol their houses. Some clients leave us with their keys. Some clients leave us with the dog food and the cat food and the fish food. But again, it's about clients feeling confident in our service and making sure that we can look after their homes and their pets, and they can enjoy the holiday.
All right, fantastic. Just give us the details again just before you go.
visiontactical.co.za.
visiontactical.co.za. Thank you so much. We just spoke about making sure that by the time you come back from holiday season, your house is safe. If you need those services, you're worried about your home being safe and your security of your belongings and your property, you can go to visiontactical.co.za. That was Yaseen Theba, who's the director of Vision Tactical.
The 2018